Oh my god, I've just ridden my motorcycle to a ski resort. Today we journey south to the White Pass Scenic Byway, and we take that over to Natchez. Then we enter the Yakima Valley, and we head mostly southward towards the Oregon border, over the Columbia River crossing. Then we head through Pendleton, hit some mountains, southward again through to Baker City, and we keep on traveling towards Boise, stopping just outside at the town of Meridian. Well, one of the reasons I decided to do this trip in April was because I was getting tired of cold weather and I wanted to reach warmer climates. In Victoria it was averaging 10 degrees, which is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. But sometimes I forget that I live by the water. Victoria has very mild weather year-round, with most days varying from, 10 to 20 degrees, somewhere between 50 and 70 Fahrenheit. And that's not usually the case when you move away from water, which moderates the temperature. So at the Sahara Creek campsite last night, it dropped to freezing. So even in my thermal sleeping bag, I was cold. It's no wonder there was only 2 other groups camping there, and that a lot of campsites don't even open until May, or sometimes even the end of May. So I kept waking up in the night and adding layers of clothing. So I had a thermal sleeping bag, and I ended up, by the end of the night, I was wearing underwear, biking shorts, long johns, insulated athletic pants, with a shirt, an insulated athletic top, a fur-lined sweater, and a down puffy jacket. And even with all that, it was still somewhat chilly. And, I'm not even in the mountains yet. So it was an interesting start. And hopefully I'll have warmer weather as I go. I can't wait to get south. But first, I have to go through the White Pass Scenic Byway to get through the Cascade Mountain Range and reach the Yakima Valley. It has a max elevation on the road of 4,500 feet, so high but not too high. And I wanted to cross early because there's much less chance of having rain in eastern Washington and in Oregon. Major credit to the Washington State Snow Removal Service. As you can see, there's a lot of snow on the side of the road, but the roads were clear everywhere I went. And obviously on a motorcycle, that's really important. I didn't really want to encounter any snow or ice on the road. There's a lot on the sides, pretty dirty. I don't know how much new snow had fallen recently, but it could happen. I'm pretty much at the top of the summit right now, and I come up suddenly, and I'm right on a ski resort, and it's right on the highway. I've never seen this before. Welcome to the White Pass Ski Resort. Yeah, they've got more than 4 chairlifts, everything from green to black runs, and it's right on the highway. They also have Nordic runs, and pretty much everything you'd expect at a ski resort. They've got a lodge, dining, and look, all these cars just parked right beside the highway. And skiers just getting out right there. And they even had this guy jokingly right here on the right saying, "Come on in, park the motorcycle, go for a ski run." What a blast. Down off the pass and out of the snow. It's actually only 9:30 a.m., so I've been making good time. I had a good start this morning and should be good sailing from now on. I'm following the Tieton River as it leads me towards Natchez. One thing to be careful of in these mountain passes, some of them don't operate all through the year. They get closed due to snow. So, for example, here I'm heading south on 12 to Natchez, but the other direction here would take you on the 410 through Chinook Pass. Chinook Pass looks like a wonderful trail. I haven't been on it, and the reason is it closes. The last couple of times I wanted to ride it, it was actually closed. The Yakima Valley is farm country. Washington State is known for apples. The Yakima Valley alone produces 70% of America's apples. But it also grows approximately 40% of America's pears and Concord grapes. But I only found out it also grows over 70% of America's hops and is the second biggest hops growing area in the world, after Hollandau in Bavaria, Germany. Hops, of course, is used in beer since around 1100. America grows more hops than Germany, the Czech Republic, or anywhere else in the world. Strangely, China is the fourth biggest producer, and really only started around 1921. Canada ranks 13th in production, or grows less than 100th what the States does. I thought I had footage of crossing the Columbia River into Oregon, but this is my first trip with a GoPro, and I think I probably turned it off when I thought I was turning it on or something like that. So at this point, I'm just outside of Pendleton in Oregon. So welcome to Oregon. Since my goal this trip was to head south and get warm, I kind of blasted my way through Oregon. I took the Interstate 84, which is a fast road but not a particularly interesting one. And before long, I found myself near the Snake River and the border with Idaho. Welcome to Idaho. Well, it's approaching 5 o'clock, and I decided to pull into a rest area to review my options for where I was going to spend the night. And I was using Google Maps for navigation. Google Maps is great, but I am a Canadian and I'm in the US, so I don't have cellular. And to combat that, rather than get a US plan, I was using Google Offline Maps. And that works really, really well, except every once in a while, Google Offline Maps kind of blows up and loses track of the maps and thinks you're offline when you should be online, that kind of thing. So it wasn't working for me. So at first I tried to fiddle around with it for a bit. That didn't work. So I walked inside. And inside they still have paper maps and brochures, and I don't know how many people still use those. I rarely do. So I picked up a brochure, looked at it for a bit, and then decided to see if they have Wi-Fi. And they did have Wi-Fi in the rest stop, which was great. I was able to get my Google Maps up. I was able to find a place to stay in Meridian, and I headed there for the night. Hey, I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next ride.